if you'd like to get yourselves comfortable in your chosen seated positions. Head and neck in line with the spine. Shoulders above the hips. Nose in line with the belly button. Head and neck in line with the spine. And just take a few moments, feel that support of your seat beneath. And allow your body weight to really just settle down now. Start to let go. Ensure that you have all the support you need so that your buttocks are lifted if necessary, or your knees are supported if that's what's right for you today. Allow your eyelids to lightly close and bring your attention inwards. Feel that support of the seat beneath. Shoulders balanced directly above the hips. Beginning to connect with the sense of lightness and balance inside as you align your spine in that way. Hands resting, palms face upwards. Light contact at the thumb and first fingertips. Other three fingers relaxed, straight and in contact with each other. Be aware of your face, soft, expressionless. Forehead feeling smooth and relaxed. Eyebrows relaxing. Eyelids lightly closed. Relax your cheeks, your jaw, lips together, teeth slightly apart. And allow the tongue to rest in the floor of the mouth, or maybe touching the roof of the mouth just behind the top teeth. But do relax the tongue, relax the jaw, relax your throat. As you next exhale, feel your shoulders melting down away from your ears as the weight of the elbows relaxes towards the floor. Shoulders remain above the hips, chest relaxed, abdomen letting go, relaxing into the hips, the thighs, the knees, letting go of the ankles and the feet, and allowing your body to relax into stillness around your neutral, natural upright spine. Checking around the body and making sure that everything feels perfect for you. Make your adjustments, support yourself when necessary. And when you're quite sure that you're perfectly comfortable, without altering in any way, notice your breath. Notice what that's like. There may be a softness in the breath that may or may not be true for you. But as you're aware of your own breathing now, begin to take some gentle control and start to very gently lengthen and deepen. So breath by breath, you start to take longer, slower, deeper breaths. Allowing the body to remain completely relaxed around the neutral spine while you just gently lengthen and deepen your breathing. Being aware of the sensations of expansion and contraction, gently increasing. And as you're deepening the breath, making sure you're not overfilling and that you're not over emptying, and that you settle the breath into a smooth, deep rhythm that feels comfortable for you to move on into the complete yogic breath, where you fill your body smoothly and gently from the bottom upwards, and empty the body smoothly and gently from the top down. Sending each breath down to the diaphragm, feeling your body, filling both outwards and upwards. As you begin to exhale, relaxing through the upper portion of the chest, gently contracting through the ribs, and the abdomen drawing slightly back and gently up towards the end of the breath to encourage those lower lobes to very gently empty. Nothing is forced, not overworking the breath in any way. Body remaining completely relaxed, and you inside very conscious of each breath, waving gently up and down your body like the swell of the ocean. Not letting one breath go by without complete attention. As you're with the breath, be aware of the gentle expansion of the body as you're breathing in, that sensation of outwards and upwards. And on the exhale, be aware of the sensation of the spine gently lengthening. You're not doing it, you're not putting any effort into lengthening the spine. You're just becoming aware of the sensations of the breath entering the body and you expanding gently outwards and upwards. And on the out breath, feel a sensation of the spine effortlessly lengthening. Looking into the eyebrow center now, let's take a resting deep breath in and out. And then looking into the eyebrow center, take a steady in breath now to open with the chanting of the mantra Om. 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 Take another steady in breath. And repeat a silent Om, looking into the eyebrow center. Imagine that poured gently over you from above, and rest in the silence that follows. Let your breathing take care of itself. So be aware of the stillness and the softness in your breathing. Begin to become aware of the sounds around. And then when you feel ready, gently lowering the chin, beginning to blink your eyes open and to release your hands from your mudras. And then we can move on to our joint loosening. So if you'd like to settle yourselves with your legs out long in front of your body, and we can begin to work with that practice. So taking the attention down towards your toes, and we can squeeze the toes over and then draw them back and spread them out as far as is comfortable. And then let's continue to work that way. As always, have the awareness down there in the feet. Notice how it feels for you, and use as much softness or intensity into these movements as feels nice for you and your body today. Keeping the breath flowing freely through your nose. Okay, let's move on through to the ankles. So forward and back with the feet now as far as is comfortable. And then let's try circling the feet at the ankles. Let's try that the other way. Okay, and then let's relax the legs, a little bit of a shake off there, just to ease away any tension. Then support one of your legs behind the thigh and take your knee gently through its full range. Awareness in the knee there now, so that you're noticing how it feels. Let the breath flow freely. And as always, just work with as many as feels right for you. If you want to stop at any time, let your body guide you. We can move on to the hip on this side. So with the knee bent, let's take it out to the side and bring that straight leg back into the midline. Lifting up the pelvic floor, tightening through the abdomen, sitting nice and upright. Try some of those the other way around. Do have the awareness down there in that hip, so you're noticing how things feel. Keep your breath flowing. And then let's extend that leg out long. Take that to the knee on the other side, so support that thigh and take your knee gently through its full range. Awareness in the knee, notice how that feels. Breath flowing. Moving on to the hip that side now, take the leg out, bringing the straight leg back into the midline, lifting up through the pelvic floor, tightening the abdominals and sitting nice and upright throughout the spine. Feeling into that hip, so you're noticing what's going on for you. And then let's try some the other way around. Same thing, just take it back the other way. Okay, and then extend that leg out long. And with the legs out long in front, sitting comfortably upright, take the hands out and stretch out the fingers nice and wide. Bending through those little sections of the knuckles and into a soft fist, and then flick them out. And just continue to work that way. Notice how that feels. Keep your breath flowing. Shoulders nice and relaxed, so we're not building tension anywhere else. Okay, keep the fingers out, lift up the hands and push your palms away. Draw the fingers back towards the face, take a steady in breath. And exhale the hands down and hold them there for a breath. As you breathe in, lift the hands back up. Exhale, hold that there. Breathing in again. And exhale them down. Hold that there for a breath. Inhale them up. Exhale. Breathing in again. And take that down. Okay, so let's relax the arms, relax the shoulders, and begin to circle your hands at the wrists. Do look after your back. If you're becoming uncomfortable there, feel free to separate the legs out wide or adjust your seated position. Make sure you're comfortable. Try some the other way around. And then let's turn hands palms up and open and close the elbows. Moving the attention into the elbows, noticing how that feels. Breathing away. And then let the fingertips remain closer to the shoulders and begin to circle your elbows around, keeping the head and neck comfortably in line with the spine. Really let those shoulder blades and the shoulders relax as the elbows are going back there. Using that movement as a little bit of a massage for the shoulders. And then let's try some of those the other way around. Nice big circles, exploring your full range. Oh, that's lovely, well done. Okay, so let's relax the arms, give a little bit of a shake off. And then separate the feet to work with our seated twist. Settling with one hand on the floor and one hand in front, one hand behind. So we want the spine nice and neutral in the center there where possible, rounded sit bones, rounded heels. Once you're settled there, take a steady in breath. As you begin to exhale, start to gently turn through the rib cage, chest, shoulders, neck and head, and just meet your resistance. As you breathe in, relax and unwind. Swap your hand position, and as you exhale, gently twist out in the opposite direction and meet your resistance there. Breathing in, relax and unwind. Swapping the hands and explore that again. Just really notice how things feel. Be aware of tension, stiffness, any discomfort. Breathing in as you unwind. Exhaling. Just noticing how your body appreciates that. And then continue to work with that awareness of how it all feels from one side to the other. You can begin to gently challenge that resistance and start to explore working into that a little bit. As always, be guided by how things feel. When you feel ready to do so, you might like to use a little extra leverage. So you could take your hand around the outside of the opposite leg, gently pressing against that, using that hand on the floor behind to maybe encourage the movement as well. Or you might also like to explore taking the hand on the inside of the same side leg, and that gives you a little bit of leverage higher up your spine. Always make sure that you're looking after that lower back area so that your twisting is starting from around about the waist area upwards. So the twist moves gently up the spine and you protect the pelvis and the lower back. Try one more of those in each direction and ensure that you finish your practice on the opposite side to what you started with so that you do work your body nice and evenly. Once you've completed, come back to stillness in the center, folding the right leg in so that that becomes a straight line across the front of your body. Grounding the sit bones and the heel,
hands palms down onto the floor in front. And as you breathe in, lift up lightly through the breastbone. And as you exhale, slide your hands away and fold forward into that space in front of your body. Now, depending on how close to the ground you are, you might like to just relax your weight onto your hands in some way. Or if you're quite close to the floor, you might like to rest your elbows down. Whatever you work with, be very mindful of the right buttock there. The left side. So take the right hand out to the right side, press the floor away, and that will help to really bring that left side, the left buttock back in contact with the ground. And then just allow yourself a few moments to let the head and neck relax in line with your spine, to be aware of how that feels for you all around that right thigh, knee, the right hip and lower back area, checking into that stretch down the left leg and just making sure that everything feels okay to you. Just finding a place that's all right for you to be with and to breathe. And then as you next breathe in, begin to gently rise, pushing the floor away if that's nice for you. And then let's open out that leg to the side. If you're protecting your knees today and you don't want to fold them in, you could just keep them out in this wide stance. Let's pop the left leg in, and again, look for that straight line across the shin, grounded heels, grounded sit bones. Once again, the hands are just palms down onto the floor in front. We lift up lightly through the chest as we breathe in, and on the exhale, just let the hands slide away. And again, just rest the weight onto the hands or slide them further, maybe pop the elbows down, always checking into what's going on down that right side. We want to keep that right buttock grounded. You can take the left hand out to the side, press the floor away a little bit, and that'll help you to keep that right side down. Work in a way that suits you. Allow the head and neck to come down and rest in line with the spine. Keep your breath flowing. Try and find that little bit of stillness where you're just in a position that is challenging you enough for you to feel that you've got some work going on, but there's no pain, there's no stress. Everything feels okay. Check into the left knee, hip, lower back area, the left buttock. Keep that grounded. Make sure that right leg is not overstretching. Breathing away. And then as you next breathe in, begin to gently rise, pushing the floor away if that's nice for you, and then opening out that left leg. Once that left leg is out wide, check into the inner thighs. Make sure it's comfortable. If you can widen a little bit up, then do, but make sure you're not already overstretched there. Again, ground your sit bones, ground your heels, toes up towards the ceiling, pop the hands, palms down onto the floor in front. So on the in-breath, let's lift up through the breastbone, lengthen the spine. On the out-breath, start to slide those hands away. Reach as far forward as is comfortable. Ground nicely through those heels. Maybe tip your pelvis a little as if you was trying to really show your sit bones to the wall behind. Make sure if you're low to the ground, make sure your arms are far enough apart so that you're not hugging your ears in any way. Let the head and neck settle comfortably in line with your spine and relax as much as you feel you can. Breathing away. Be aware of the sensation of gravity resting on your back. And as you're breathing in, feel the body gently elevate. And as you're exhaling, surrender under gravity. On your following in-breath, begin to gently rise, pushing the floor away if that's useful for you, supporting the back. And once you come up, pop the feet flat on the floor with a good space between the feet and knees. and gently roll those knees side to side to help out release through the hips a little bit. Okay, so let's come down onto the back now. Semi-supine position, so the knees are bent and the feet are flat on the floor. Okay, so holding on, make sure you're centered on your mat and hold on to the edges. Hold on to the edges of your mat so you can grip your mat. Head and neck in line with the spine. Feet and knees comfortably placed at a hip width apart. Pull in the pelvic floor. Tone the abdomen. Draw your knees right in towards your chest and push the heels up towards the ceiling. Straighten up the legs as best you can. And as you breathe in, hold the feet still. And as you exhale, draw the feet forward, but keep as much of your lower back grounded. And as you inhale, come back with the feet to vertical or wherever you are. And on the exhale, try and draw the legs as far forward as you can without lifting up the lower back. Breathing in, bring the feet back up, your legs back to vertical or wherever you find them. And on that exhale, draw them forward as far as you can, pulling in pelvic floor, tighten abdomen. Breathing in, come back. Exhale, bring the legs forward. Hold that there, tone pelvic floor, tone abdomen. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come forward. One more, inhale, release. Exhale, bring that forward. And then bend your knees. Pop the feet down on the floor and relax your grip on your mat. Take a moment there, notice how that feels. Bringing your ankles and knees, heels close to the buttocks, feet and knees about a hip width apart, and the arms down on the floor beside you. So before we move on, I need you to check that you can take your arms up overhead and bring the backs of your hands towards the floor overhead. So if you can't achieve that, then just shuffle down your mat a little bit or adjust your position so that you're able to take your arms up overhead. Okay, and then settling with the hands, palms down on the floor beside, the head and neck in line with the spine, feet flat to the floor. So we're going to work on the abdominals here. So as you're breathing in, take your arms up overhead, stretch for the opposite skirting board. Exhaling, bring your knees in tight to your chest, pulling in the pelvic floor, tightening the abdomen. As you inhale, push your heels up strong to straighten up through the legs where possible. As you exhale, roll up the head, neck and shoulders, chin to the chest. Bring your arms over parallel with the floor. Reach the fingertips forward and the toes overhead. Inhale, lay the hands down and lower your back. Exhale, bend your knees and float your feet to the floor. Keep the palms on the ground and float the feet down. Once they touch down, relax through the abdomen and the lower back. So we're going to continue to work with these. And when you lower your feet down, make sure you're putting them down at a pace that suits your lower back. Don't strain the back in any way. So with the hands, palms down on the floor beside, breathing in, take the arms up and over. Nice big stretch. Exhaling, draw those knees in tight to the chest, pulling in the pelvic floor, tightening the abdomen. Inhale as you push the heels up as strongly as you can. Exhale, roll up, head, neck, shoulders, arms over, parallel with the floor, reaching for opposite walls. Inhale as you lower the hands and lower the back and head down. Exhale, bend your knees and float the feet down. Pull in the pelvic floor, tighten the abdomen as the feet come down, and then let everything relax. Breathing in, take the arms up and over. Take a nice big stretch there, reach over. Exhale, draw those knees in and really pulling the pelvic floor tight and tighten the abdomen. Inhale and push the heels up as strong as you can to straighten the legs. Exhale, roll up, head, neck, shoulders, chin into the chest, looking towards the legs, pulling the feet forward, fingers away, hands down, breathing in, lower the back and head. Exhale, bending the knees and floating feet to floor, pulling the pelvic floor, tighten the abdomen, protect the back. Relax, breathing in, big stretch, arms up and over. Exhale, knees into the chest. Inhale, feet up. Exhale, roll up, head, neck, shoulders, chin to chest, reach the fingertips forward, toes overhead, hands down, breathing in, lower the back. Exhale, bend the knees, floating the feet down. Once they touch down, let everything relax. Breathing in, big stretch, arms up and over. Exhale, bring the knees in tight, pulling in the pelvic floor, toning abdomen. Inhale as the heels go up really strong. Exhale, rolling up, head, neck, shoulders, chin into chest. Inhale, lower the hands, the back and the head. Exhale, softening the knees and floating the feet down. Once the feet touch down, then just relax. Just take a few moments. We're going to continue and work with a few more of these in a moment. If you're feeling that in the abdomen quite strongly, as you breathe in deeply into the belly and push the belly all out. And as you exhale, just push the breath out of your mouth and let the belly just really flop back to the floor as fast as you can. And that'll help to really release some of that abdominal tension. So you can work with a few of those breaths if you're looking for that release now. So we are going to move on, but we're going to come up to alternate sides now. So when we first rise up, we're going to take both of the arms towards the right side, and then the next time we'll come up and we'll take both of the arms to the left side. When we work with these, really try and make sure that you're feeling that work right the way down the obliques, down the sides of your body. Okay, so let's come back to prepare. Hands, palms down on the floor beside, feet and knees comfortably placed. Okay, so breathing in, let's take the arms up and over, reach up for that big stretch. Exhaling, bring the knees in tight to your chest, pulling in the pelvic floor, toning the abdomen. Inhale, push those legs up nice and strong. Exhale, reach over to that right side, really crunch that side of the waist. Inhale, lowering the back and bringing the arm around, palms on the floor. Exhaling, bend your knees and float your feet down. Once the feet touch down, relax. Breathing in, big stretch, arms up and over. On the exhale, knees in tight. On the in-breath, heels up strong. On the out-breath, come up to that left side there. Crunch that left side of the body. Breathing in, bring the arm around and lower the back, palms on the floor. Exhale, bend your knees and float the feet down. Keep the palms on the floor there or hold the edges of your mat. Relax once you touch down. Breathing in, arms up, big stretch. Exhale, bring your knees in tight. Inhale, push up strong with the heels. Exhale, come up to your right side and work that crunch down the right side. Pull the legs forward. Inhale, bring the arm around and lower the back. Exhale, bend the knees. Float your feet down, palms on the floor. Once they touch down, relax. Breathing in, big stretch, arms up and over. Exhale, knees in strong. Inhale, push the heels up. Exhale, come up to that left side. Feel that crunch down that left side. Pull the legs forward. Inhale, bring the arm around, palms down, lowering the back. Exhale, bending the knees, floating feet to floor. Breathing, have a little relax, let go. Breathing in. Take the arms up, big stretch. Exhale, knees in tight, pulling in the pelvic floor, tight abdomen. Inhale as you push your heels up strong. Exhale, come up to that right side, pull the legs forward, feel the side of the body. Inhale, lowering the back, bringing the arm round. Exhale, bending the knees, floating the feet down. Once they touch down, let things relax. Breathing in, arms up, stretch up nice and tall. Exhale, bring those knees in tight. Inhale, push the heels up. Exhale, come up to that left side. Pulling the legs forward. Feel that work down the left side of the body. Breathing in, bring the arm around and lower the back. Exhaling, bend the knees, float the feet down. Once they touch down, let everything relax. Breathing in, big stretch up. We're coming back to the center now. Exhale, bring the knees in tight to the chest. Inhale, push those heels up strong. Exhale, roll up, head, neck, shoulders, chin into the chest, arms parallel with the floor. Inhale, lower the back and head. Exhale, bend your knees and float the feet down. Once they touch down this time, just relax. Check into the abdomen, notice how things feel. And again, if those abdominal breaths are useful to you, work with those. So big breath into the belly, push it out, and let the belly just flop back to the ground as quickly as you can to release that abdominal tension. You can use as many of those breaths as you like. So you free up any tension that may have built up in and around that abdominal area. Okay, so let's place the hands, palms down on the floor beside, apply a little pressure, bring the two knees in. Clasp the hands around the shins or thighs this time and hug the legs to the body. Try a little bit of side to side rolling. Turn your head gently in the opposite direction to your knees. And then let's come back to stillness in the center. Once we come back to stillness, release the knees there, let the feet pop down on the floor. Okay, so cross your right leg over your left, just as if you was to cross your legs at home. And if you're able to hook that right foot around the back of the left calf as well there, if you're lucky enough to be able to hook that around there. Arlo, I'm thinking of you, lovely. I'm quite sure you can hook your foot around the back there. Bless you. So if you can hook your foot around there, do. And then we're going to there's some options with the arms. You can either come into eagle arms, where you cross the arms over. I'll just sit up there to remind you to cross the arms over and bring the hands into prayer pose so that the thumbs are towards your face. You can work that way. So just to remind you of how to come across that, you want to bring the right arm over the top and then lift them back up and then create that prayer pose. So you need to bring that right hand towards the back and the left hand is going to come around the front. So just to try that again, right arm over the top, and you want to cross it as high up the elbows, up the arms as you can. Then bring them up so the backs of the hands are facing each other. The right hand moves away from you as the left hand comes around to attempt a variation of prayer pose as best you can. Do not hang on to that left thumb. Make sure you're not hanging on to the thumb. So that will be the arms while you're also crossing the legs. Some of you will have worked with me with these before, so you may be aware of what's coming. So crossing that leg over, hooking the foot around the back of the calf if that's comfortable for you. And then we want to cross the arms over and come into that variation of prayer pose. Now, if this is not for you, just come into prayer pose and bring your elbows as close together as is comfortable for you. Or maybe wrap the right hand, wrapping the left hand around the right wrist. Just do what you feel is right for you, where you can feel that you're opening out the shoulder blades at the back of the body. So we want to bring the fingertips to the floor above the head and come up onto the tiptoe of the left foot. So from there, take a nice steady in-breath. Exhale and bring the knees towards the elbows and the elbows towards the knees. Lift up the tailbone, roll your shoulder blades around your heart center. Inhale, touch the toes to the floor and the fingertips overhead. Exhale, lift up those knees, lift up the sit bones, draw the shoulder blades around the heart center. Inhale, open up. Touch the fingertips to the floor overhead and the toe to ground. Exhale. Draw that back in again. Pull in pelvic floor, tighten the abdomen, lift the sit bones, roll the shoulder blades. Inhale. Open back out. Touch the toe down, touch the finger down. Exhale. Fold it up again. Draw the knees in, elbows away, lift those sit bones, roll those shoulders. Inhale. Open out, touch the floor. On the exhale, uncross the legs now, uncross the arms. Let them relax out on the floor, the side. Just take a moment there, notice how that feels. Again, be aware of the abdomen. Send those big breaths into the belly and push the breath out on that exhale to create that abdominal release. Nice deep breaths into the belly. And just push that air out if you need that little bit of release of that tension. So do just continue to rest if you want to. If you're happy to give it a go on the other side, cross the left leg over the right, hook that foot around the calf if you are able to do so, and then cross the left arm over the right, coming into that prayer pose with thumbs towards the face, or a variation of that, just making sure that you work with what's right for you. Fingertips to the ground, overhead, toes to the floor, right toes onto the floor. So take a nice deep breath in now. Exhaling, lift those knees in, elbows away, draw up those sit bones and roll the shoulder blades around the heart center. Inhale, open that out. Exhale, close it back up. Draw the knees well in, elbows away, lift those sit bones. Roll the shoulder blades around the heart. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, close it back up. Pull up the pelvic floor, tighten the abdominals, lift up those sit bones, roll the shoulder blades. Inhale, open out. Exhale, close it right up, pull up pelvic floor, tight abdomen, lift knees, lift sit bones, roll shoulder blades. Inhale, open out. Exhale, draw the knees in, elbows away, round shoulder blades, pelvic floor, abdomen, lift sit bones. Inhale, open out. Exhale and release. Open out the arms, relax them on the floor, palms up, uncross the legs, pop the feet down. Take a moment there. Breathing away, let everything relax. Notice how it feels. Send those big breaths to the abdomen if you need to. Okay, so continue to rest if you want to. If you're happy to go again, cross the right leg over left, right arm over left, and fingertips to floor overhead, toes on the floor down the bottom there. From there, take a nice big deep breath. On the exhale, squeeze it all up. Lift those sit bones, roll those shoulder blades, pulling in the pelvic floor, tighten the abdomen. Inhale, open out, touch the toes to the floor, fingertips overhead. Exhale, squeeze that all up. Lift those sit bones, roll the shoulders. Inhale, open out. Exhale, squeeze that right up. Pull up pelvic floor, tight abdominals, lift up those sit bones, roll the shoulder blades. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, squeeze it all up as tight as you can. Pelvic floor, abdomen, lift sit bones, roll the shoulders. Inhale, open out. Last one here, exhale, draw that right in, pulling the pelvic floor really tight round those shoulder blades. Breathing in, open out. Exhale, release the arms, relax them out by the sides, palms up. Uncross the legs, pop that foot down on the floor. Take a brief moment there. Use the abdominal breaths if you find them useful. Okay, so again, just do continue to rest if you feel you want to. If you'd like to move on and do the last round, cross over the left leg. Hook that foot around the calf if you're able to. Cross the left arm over right. Bring yourself into a variation of prayer pose or hold that arm, whatever's right for you today. Fingertips touching ground overhead, onto the toes. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhaling, lift up those knees, elbows in, pull up the sit bones, the shoulder blades. Inhale, open it all out. Exhale, squeeze it all up. Pulling pelvic floor, tight abdomen, rolling the shoulders, lifting those sit bones. Inhale, open out. Exhale, squeeze it all up, tight as you can. Lift the sit bones, roll those shoulders. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, squeeze it all up. Pulling pelvic floor, tone abdomen, lift the sit bones, roll the shoulders. Inhale, open out. Exhale, squeeze it all up, nice and tight, tight as you can. On the in-breath, open out. Last one now, really squeeze it up tight, pull up pelvic floor, tighten abdomen, roll the shoulders, lift the sit bones. Inhale now, opening out. On the exhale, release the arms, let them relax out by the sides, and then pop that foot back down on the ground. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax the weight to the head. Breathing away. Notice how things feel. Send big breaths into the abdomen if you feel you want to. Okay, so as long as you're happy to move on, do of course, please continue to rest if you feel you want to. Otherwise, just rolling over onto the side and laying on the side of your body onto the elbow. Now, we're going to be working to lift the hips from the floor. Now, you can place one foot in front of the other. This is, I'm just making things, giving you some ways of working with it a little bit easier. So one foot on top of the other is a little bit more difficult than one foot on the floor in front of the other. So you could use that to give yourself a little bit of support. Alternatively, if you feel that that's really not for you, you could even bend that knee and place that foot on the floor in front, and then you've got that to use as well as a bit of extra support. But do try and use your core to help you work with the lift where possible. So do, as always, work with what you feel is right for you. So if you want to work with that leg out long, then you could explore that. Do ensure that this elbow is well placed and it's below your shoulders so that you've got that support underneath the body. So from there, lift the pelvic floor, begin to tone through the abdomen. And as you breathe in, lift up the hips. Try not to roll forward, stay on that side. You can even bring the arm to the side of the leg. And then support yourself as you gently lower down and extend that arm long and rest your head in that arm. Just onto the side of the arm there. Okay, so come back to the legs, hand in front of the body there for support. One foot on top of the other. Lift the pelvic floor, tone the abdomen, and lift both legs. On the exhale, gently release them back down and roll over onto the other side. So once again, you're on the elbow first, legs out nice and straight, or one in front of the other, or bend that knee and bring that foot up to give you that extra support. Okay, so from your starting position, make sure that elbow is going to be supportive, and lift pelvic floor, tone abdomen, and breathing in, lift up those hips, maybe rest the arm along the side of the body if you want, or keep that in front of on the floor for support. Try not to roll forward where possible, breathing away. And then as you exhale, gently lower that down and extend the arm long. Relax the side of the head down onto the arm there. One leg on top of the other, hand in front for support, and lift pelvic floor, tone abdomen, breathing in, lifting both legs. And as you exhale, gently lowering that down. And once you lower that leg down, roll over onto the front of the body and bring the hands one on top of the other, so the palms are in contact, so the palms are face down rather, and pop the forehead down onto the back of the hands. And then with your feet, tuck the toes under at the back, and do this one leg at a time. Lift the thigh from the floor and push the heel back to open up your hip and groin area. And then lower the thigh back down and extend the toes away. So one leg should feel quite much longer than the other. So you repeat that on the other side. Toes under, lift the thigh, heel right back, and feel it open your hip area. And then extend toes away. Relax the weight to the head, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Let everything go. Ensuring that your feet are a hip width apart. Once again, tuck the toes under. Press your heels away, but not enough to lift the thighs. Just enough to feel that that starts to create a very little bit of toning in your lower back area. So we just want to push the heels away enough to start to feel the sensations in the lower back. Once you feel those sensations, stop with the heels and squeeze your buttocks as tight as you possibly can. Tighter than that. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. In a moment, I'll ask you to relax, and I'd like you to let it go as quickly as you can. So take a steady in-breath. Start to exhale and drop it. Just relax. Let everything go. Just be with your breathing. Notice how things feel. Relax the feet, the legs, relax the lower back. Okay, so as you're ready, just begin to gently raise the gaze, bringing the hands down by the sides of the body so that you're able to push the floor away and bring the buttocks back over your heels. Bring your knees together, your ankles as close together as is comfortable. Really lay your body down upon your thighs. Extend the arms out nice and long in front of the body. Head and neck comfortably in line with your spine. So either holding the head in position, or perhaps popping something underneath for support, or maybe resting the forehead on the ground, whatever's right for you. Just settling in a position with your arms out really nice and long, with the a sense of stretch around the armpits and around the back of the body, across the back ribs, head and neck comfortably in line, drawing in the pelvic floor, drawing abdomen back towards the spine, breathing away. Nice deep breaths here. Okay, as you next breathe in, gently rise back up onto the hands and the knees, stepping the right leg back, tuck the toes under, pressing back into that heel. Pull up the pelvic floor, tighten through the abdomen, lengthening from that heel to the crown, breathing away. Nice, steady breaths. As you next breathe in, lowering that knee to the floor. On the exhale, left leg back, toes tucking under. Pushing back through the heel, lifting the pelvic floor, drawing in the abdominals, lengthening from that heel to the crown of the head. And then as you next breathe in, lowering that knee gently down, spreading the fingers nice and wide, preparing to come into down dog, tucking those toes under at the back, index finger pointing directly away from you. And from that starting position, take a nice steady in-breath. On the exhalation, take the bottom back a little, pushing the floor away. Keep a little softness in the knees to begin with, pressing the floor away, opening out the armpits, opening the side ribs, opening out the waist, head and neck comfortably in line, checking into the legs and beginning to gently explore, pressing the heels down in a way that feels nice to you. Let your breath flow freely. Check into the neck there, make sure there's no tension building. Breathing away. If at any time you need to come down, come down. Make sure you're not suffering anyway. Let the breath flow and honor your own body. As you next breathe in, rise up onto your tiptoes, bring the knees gently down to the ground, flattening the toes at the back, sitting the buttocks back over the heels, and this time finding your own softness. So if that's with the arms outstretched, work that way. If you prefer to support your forehead on the back of the hands or stacking the fists, do what you feel is right for you. So as always here, find your own softness. If you want to separate your knees a little, do. If you want to grab something to support your forehead, just work in a way that suits you. So you're able to really let go here. Feel that support of Mother Earth. Let yourself relax into Mother Earth. Breathing away. Allowing all tension and tiredness to just be recycled into the earth. Nice, smooth, deep breaths. Feel that release as you let go of the breath. One more nice deep breath in that way. And then as you feel ready, bringing the hands forward of the body if they're not already there, and beginning to gently rise, walking them back towards the body, coming up onto the heels there. And then let's bring those feet out in front of the body. And again, lower gently down, into a semi-supine position. Once you come down onto your back there, make your adjustments, make sure everything feels comfortable to you. Bring your right knee in towards your body, clasping your hands around your lower shin or behind your thigh and hugging the leg towards the body. Taking a nice deep breath into your abdomen now. Exhaling, squeeze that leg, raise up your head, neck and shoulders, tuck your chin in towards your chest and look down your midline. Breathing in, relax your head gently back down, and as you're breathing out, pop the right foot on the floor. Bring the left knee in towards the body, clasp the hands around that lower shin or behind the thigh, taking a nice deep breath into the abdomen. Exhaling, squeeze that leg into the body as tight as you feel you can, holding your pressure, breathing in against the resistance. On the exhale, squeeze that leg, raise up the head, neck and shoulders, bringing the chin in towards the chest, looking down the midline. And as you're breathing in, relax the head back down. If you're strong in the back, you can lengthen the left leg long along the floor. If you're protecting the back, pop that left foot on the ground. Bring the right knee in towards the body and then extend through that left leg if you haven't done so already. Take a nice deep breath into the abdomen. On the exhalation, squeeze that right leg into the body, nice and tight. Hold it there to breathe in. On the exhalation, squeeze that leg, raise up the head, neck and shoulders, bringing the chin in towards your chest as you look down your midline. Breathing in as you relax the head back down. And as you're exhaling, if you're strong in the back, lengthen the right leg long. Otherwise, pop the right foot on the floor. Bringing the left knee in towards the chest, clasping around that lower shin or behind the thigh, and extending through the right leg if you haven't done so already. Take a steady in-breath into the abdomen. On that exhale, squeeze the leg in as tight as you can. Hold that there, breathe in again. Exhaling, squeeze the leg, raise the head, neck and the shoulders, chin in towards the chest as you look down your midline. Breathing in, relax the head back down. And as you exhale, if you're strong in the back, you can lengthen that leg long. If you're protecting the back, then pop that left foot on the floor and bend the right leg. Everybody with their hands on the floor beside, apply gentle pressure and bring the two knees in together. Clasping hands around shins or thighs, settling back and taking a nice deep breath into the abdomen. Exhale and squeeze the legs in as tight as you feel you can. Hold that pressure there and breathe in again. Exhaling, squeeze the legs, raising head, neck and shoulders, chin into the chest, nose aimed towards the center of your knees. And as you feel the need to breathe in, relax the head gently back down. Keep hold of the legs there, try the side to side rolling once again, gently massaging through the back of your body. Notice how that feels. As always, if it's comfortable, you can turn your head away from your knees, maybe even exploring looking right the way down towards the ground, just depending on how that feels for you. And then you can come back to stillness in the center, release your knees, pop the feet down on the floor. Make sure where possible that you are quite centered in your mat. Walk your feet towards the outer edges so that you can feel the outer edge of your mat with your feet. Relax the arms out by the sides so that they are just out by the sides of the body in a way that enables you to relax your shoulders. And then take the attention back to the feet, legs and feet, taking a steady in-breath out. And as you exhale, let your two knees relax towards the floor on the right side. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and the inner edge of your left foot. As you're breathing in, bring the two knees back up to the top. And as you exhale, take them over to the left side, rolling out onto the outer edge of the left foot and the inner edge of the right foot. Inhaling, bring the two knees back up to the top. Exhaling, relax over to the other side. Try and let the full weight of the legs relax briefly. Breathing in, coming up to the top. Exhaling, take that gently over to the other side. Inhale, come up to the top. Exhale, relax them over. Inhale, up to the top. Exhale, gently over. Into the top. Out and over. Into the top. And out and over. Breathing in. Draw the knees back up to the center. On the exhale, take it over to the other side one more time. And just relax there and let the legs go. Or if you feel that you could pick the right foot up and pop it onto the outside of the left knee, and then let the weight of the legs relax, so that you use the weight of the right leg to gently encourage the stretch through the left leg, around that hip. Just make sure that whatever you're working with is acceptable to you. You can just keep the foot on the floor and relax into this otherwise. Okay, so taking that right foot off, if you've worked that way, pop that back on the floor, and then bring the two knees back up to the center. You may need to realign after that one. So if you need to take your feet back to the outer edges of your mat, then do. And then on the following exhale, let the two knees relax over to the left side. And again, just relax. Or if you feel you can pop that left foot up over the outer edge of the right knee, you could use that as your little bit of extra leverage. Try and relax into it as much as you can. Always being cautious of what's going on all around your right hip, lower back, right thigh. Just really checking into how you're being affected and making sure that you're working in ways that is looking after you and your body today. So carefully now, removing the left leg if you've worked that way. Once that foot touches the ground, bring the two knees back up to the center. Release the hands back down by the sides of the body. Apply a little pressure, bring those two knees in together. One knee in each hand, keep the knees in contact and circle them around, so that you now create that nice big circular massage onto the back of your pelvis and lower back area. Trying some the other way around once you've had a chance to work with a few in that direction. Notice how it feels. And then bring yourself back to stillness in the center. Bring the hands to behind the thighs. If you're happy to rock along the length of your spine, if you know you would prefer to leave this out, then feel free to just bring yourself to a seated position. Otherwise, hug the thighs to the body, tuck your chin right into your chest, use your legs to create the momentum, and roll along the length of your spine, making that movement as large or as small as is right for you today. Keep the chin in to protect your head and neck. Once you've had a chance to work with a few of those, if you like to rock up to the seated position, do. If you're being more cautious, take your time. And then once you come up to that seated position, just give yourself 1 or 2 moments to make sure that things feel nice. No dizzy sensations. And as long as you do feel okay and ready to move on, we're going to move into the relaxation phase of the class. So if you want to get yourselves ready now, there's a few moments. I'll give you plenty of time here to make sure that you've got everything you need. So you want supports for your head if necessary, for the backs of your knees. If necessary, you want blankets, cushions, whatever you feel you need. So if you just take some time to get yourself organised, and we can move into the relaxation in a moment. I'm going to turn my lights down here. So you just take your time to get nice and comfortable. Okay, so do just take some time to really feel that support of the floor beneath. To settle yourselves into Shavasana. Either the legs out long or using support for behind the knees. Supporting the head where necessary. And just really allowing yourselves to settle into stillness. To be aware of the symmetry in your body as you're settling. Head and neck in line with the spine. Face soft and expressionless. Jaw relaxed. Throat relaxed. Allowing the chest to relax. Letting go of the abdomen. Hips relaxing, thighs relaxing. Just letting the shoulder blades and the back and the buttocks just really relax and spread into your support. Eyelids are lightly closed, bringing your attention inwards. And as you bring your awareness inside, have a little check around. Make sure that everything feels perfect for you right now. And if you need to adjust, feel free to do so. And when you're quite sure that your position is perfect for you, just take a moment to think about where you're lying. Think about the space that you're lying in, any positions of doors or windows, any items or objects around and about. And becoming aware of sounds that you can hear, whether they be sounds inside the room, inside your building, or outside. But let your hearing search for the different sounds. Try not to stay with any one, but keep moving, keep searching for different sounds.
And then let go of the awareness of the sounds. Bring your attention back inside yourself. And as you come back inside now, connect with the flow of your breath. Feel your body breathing, however, wherever that is right now. You feel that your entire body relaxes and spreads across the floor. You feel it sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation. And you feel as though your body is drifting away, and all you are aware of is the breath coming and going. Aware of your breath coming and going. And I'd like you to begin to imagine the color indigo, that blue surrounding your body. And imagine that this color is a healing light. So imagine the color indigo blue surrounding your body now. And you can feel the coolness, the stillness, and the peace as it begins to surround and then fold you. You feel as if you are in a blue healing cocoon, a cape of blue velvet, holding, supporting, and allowing you to feel safe and secure. And this healing light surrounds your aura whilst you relax. And it's safe to allow Mother Earth to support you. And you continue to release and dissolve and surrender to the moment. And you let the breath come and go. And you feel the rise and fall of the belly. Do not interfere with the sensation of the breathing. Just witness the coming and the going. The in and the outflow. The coming and the going of the breath. And now take the attention to the nostrils and allow the breath now to come into the nose. Hear and feel the sensation in the back of your throat and begin to create Ujjayi Pranayama, that soft, deep sound of the breath, almost like a baby snoring. So that you create the soft sound of your breathing in your throat. And you begin to drift into the rhythm of the sound. And you begin to feel the sound resonate deep within you. So you create the sound of Ujjayi Pranayama in the breath, in the back of the throat there. And you allow that sound to resonate deep within you. You allow the sound to become a vibration, and you feel the vibration within you. And you allow the sound to become your mantra. The mantra is the sound of your breath. And you let the breath sigh. You feel it spreading throughout the chest center, into the abdomen, down into the arms and into the legs. And you allow the body to feel open to the sound, to the vibration as the breath breathes the body. And as your breath deepens, feel your body go deeper and deeper into the sound, so that all you're aware of is the sound and the vibration. And you allow that sound to be your mantra. And the breath then harmonizes the body. The breath is calming the body. The breath is balancing. The breath is healing. The breath is life. And you now begin to feel the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. And you be aware of the still point. You allow the whole body to breathe in harmony with the sound. And you continue to link deeply into your mantra, your own vibration. Hear the sound, feel the vibration. Be aware of your still point. Be aware of your pause. And allow your breathing to continue to harmonize, to calm, to balance, and to heal. The whole body relaxes, releases, and receives. The whole body gently breathing. Being aware of the sound of your breath. Being aware of the vibration of the sound of that breath. Be aware of your throat area where you're creating that sound, surrounding that with that deep indigo blue. Feel the color bathing into this area of your throat, beginning to deepen and widen around the throat and neck. Imagine your thyroid gland and isolate it there, and imagine a beam of light going deep into your thyroid gland, supporting, stimulating, and resting it, flooding your throat in this deep indigo blue. And as you take an in-breath, you visualize yourself now inhaling that color blue, a fine thread of light. Feel it coming into the nostrils as a cool blue sensation. And you be aware of both sides of your nostrils. Feel it going down the back of your throat to the sound of that sa. Hear the sound, the vibration. Hold the breath momentarily, being aware of the pause, and then let go. And with the sound of ha, visualize the inhalation as that pale blue. The nourishment of the prana has been absorbed, and you're now releasing the residue of color. So you're drawing in that deepest indigo blue. And as you exhale, you release pale blue. Because you've drawn the nourishment out, you've drawn out the prana, and it's being absorbed. And you release the residue of the color on the exhalation. And you continue to repeat this breathing using the Ujjayi breath, being aware of the sound of that mantra, being aware of the vibration, and breathing in those fine threads of blue light coming into the nostrils as that cool blue sensation. Feel it going down the back of the throat to that sound of the breath. Hear the sound, the vibration, holding momentarily, being aware of the pause, and then let the breath go. Feel the sa on the in-breath, the ha on the out. So I'd like you to start to think about just letting go of those images, letting go of the Ujjayi pranayama, and allowing your breathing to just take care of itself. Just let go of the effort of that Ujjayi breath. Allow the breathing to take care of itself, and just take a moment to notice how you feel. Continuing to allow yourself to really absorb that blue healing energy that you've been breathing in. So just taking a few moments of stillness, resting, allowing the breath to take care of itself while you continue to gently absorb that energy. While your body continues to relax and to absorb that energy, I'd like you to start to take a few moments to remind yourself of where you're placed. Thinking about the room that you're lying in, thinking about objects and items around and about, and become aware of your physical body, being aware of the physical body lying in contact with your surface beneath, taking your mind down to your feet and feeling the contact point at the heels and the floor, and then draw your mind up the calves, up the thighs, being aware of any contact, being aware of the contact at the buttocks, the contact areas in the back, across the shoulders, down the arms to the hands, and being aware of that point of contact at the back of the head. So begin to feel the weight of your body against the ground via the points of contact. Become aware of the contact of your clothing and any covers or supports that you might have used. Become aware if you can feel any sensations upon your bare skin. Being aware of the sounds that you can hear, whether they be sounds inside or outside, searching for sound.
And in your mind's eye, just take yourself outside of your building and explore the external surroundings. Just in your mind's eye, externalizing the awareness and thinking about your external environment. And then letting go of that awareness, come back to the physical body. And as you come back to the body, come back to your breath. And as you connect with the breath now, take 2 full, strong, big, deep breaths in and out, beginning to reawaken your body and mind through that deeper breathing. And as you feel that gentle awakening, you can start to create some gentle movements of your fingers and your toes, gradually increasing gently into your hands and your feet, slowly and gently into your arms and legs in ways that feel nice to you. So beginning to bring yourself gently back to full awareness, feeling that support of the floor beneath, beginning to deepen the breath, and starting to create gentle movements in ways that feel nice to you. You can take as long as you need for this. When you're feeling ready, you may like to bend your knees and roll over onto your right side and take some time resting there. You may prefer an alternative movement. You might like a nice big stretch. You might like to curl up into a little ball. You might want to hug your knees into your chest and have a little roll around. Maybe you feel your body could benefit from some type of twisting movement. But whatever you feel you need to do, bringing yourself gently back to full awareness, taking as long as you need, and in your own time, you can bring yourself back to a seated position. Do, as always, take as long as you need for this and bring yourself back to a seated position where you have all the supports necessary. So ensuring that you're supporting the buttocks, the knees, or maybe using an alternative seated position if you're needing to support yourself in some way. So do feel free to keep your blanket around your shoulders. Make sure you remain comfortable and warm. Settling with the hands, palms down, with some light contact at your thumb and first fingertips. There's no rush here, so do please take your time and make sure that you have all the support you need. Take as long as you need for this. And once you're settled, think about settling with your shoulders directly above your hips, with your head and neck in line with your spine, eyelids lightly closed, lips together, teeth slightly apart. Shoulders nice and relaxed, chest relaxed, abdomen letting go. Checking into the hips and the thighs, relaxing the knees, letting go of the ankles and the feet, so that once again your whole body begins to settle into relaxed stillness around your neutral, natural upright spine. Taking as long as you need to really settle into stillness, balancing the shoulders above the hips, head and neck in line with the spine, nose in line with the belly button. And as you find your stillness, making sure everything feels comfortable for you and connecting with your breath. And once you connect with the breath in the same way as you did earlier in the class, take some gentle control and begin to lengthen and deepen. Allow the body to remain completely relaxed around the neutral, natural, upright spine while you gently begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. Lengthening and deepening the breath
with a view to practicing the complete yogic breath as soon as you feel ready to do so. Looking into the eyebrow center, beginning to draw the breath gently in through the both nostrils, directing that towards the diaphragm and feeling the body fill both outwards and upwards. On the exhalation, relaxing through the upper portions of the body, gently contracting through the ribs and the abdomen, drawing gently back, slightly up towards the end of the breath. Letting the abdomen completely relax as the following breath is received. Looking into the eyebrow center, being very aware of the sensations of your breath rising and falling. Each breath anchoring you into that stillness of your true nature. Looking into the eyebrow center now, let's take a resting deep breath in and out. And then stay looking into the eyebrow center now while you take a steady in breath to close with the chanting of the mantra Om. Take another steady in breath and repeat a silent Om to yourself. Looking into the eyebrow center, imagine that gently poured over you from above, and then rest in the silence that follows, and let go of your breathing, and just rest in the silence. Noticing the softness in your breathing. Be aware of your stillness. And then as you're feeling ready, gently deepen the breath, lowering the chin towards the chest, beginning to blink the eyes open and to release your hands from your mudras. And I shall bring the class to close there. So thank you, as always, ladies, for joining me today. And we close with our mantra of peace. Om Shanti, ladies. Om Shanti. Lovely. Thank you very much. Well done, ladies. Thank you.